Good morning, Facebook Live.
Man, what a day.
Hey, welcome in. Another big day here.
Football season.
Guys, I hope you can hear me because all the sound just shut down on me right before this thing went live, so I don't even know what you can hear, what you can't hear. But we've got a big show today. Got B-Dub with us.
B-Dub in the house. Let's go.
What's up, man? We got my guy Mayday on the end down here.
I'm just glad I'm on the same show that Mayday's on for once.
Buddy,
It's very rare.
Usually,
very rare.
Usually, if you see B-Dub in here, it's because Mayday is not here. So, well,
It's part of the fun, man. It's part of the fun.
It's all about needling that guy.
That's right, yeah.
Hey, big show today. We've got a lot to talk about. You know, it's National Preparedness Month.
Yep.
We got that we need to kind of go over. We also have a special guest on today. Hey, college football.
It's here. Here.
It's all over us right now. So we've got a special guest, Eltoro Freeman, on the show today. I don't know if any of you know, but this guy kind of is a big deal at Auburn.
Oh, yeah.
Little something called a national championship.
Yep.
So we're going to have him on here. First, we got to get into something else that's a pretty heavy top performer like my guy El Toro. That's these drinks.
4th and inches, man.
4th and inches come through again. What you got over there, Mayday?
Well, I'm going to try it. It's an SPPC 9.725.
Buddy, he started rolling that off this morning, and I thought there's no way you're going to know.
I mean, he just threw out a bunch of letters and some numbers.
I got the old Mocha, Loca, Joca, whatever.
In my defense,
y'all didn't get me anything.
In my defense, I didn't know you was going to be on the show today, and so I did not get you a drink.
You should always get 3.
You did know he was going to be on the show.
That's
today.
on me.
You just straight up forgot him.
That's on me.
It's all good, man. I know where we stand. It's good.
Listen, buddy, you're the owner of the company.
Hey,
I'll go get you one when we get off. If
you're the coach. I'll follow you.
I like it. Hey, all right. So mine, I went with. So they kind of changed this up because I said we're doing football. I need something football related. So this is a great Saturday special, I think is what she called it. The Saturday special. Go get the Saturday special. I'm not even sure what's in it. I know it's got grape in it.
It looks like grape.
There.
Yeah.
It
I really didn't.
Grapey.
It's got something grape in it. That's
Coke.
all I know, but it's really good, and I'm trying not to drink it all before we really get into this. National Preparedness Month. B-Dub, this is something that should be right in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
You know, we were looking at the steps of this. The first step, kind of what they wanted people to know, the first week of National Preparedness Month is make a plan.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
It is. A lot of people say, you know, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And, you know, you should have a plan in place because you never know when you're going to need that plan to be active. Whether it's hurricane related, whether it's local flood related, whatever the case may be. And that's where our emergency response plan comes into play. You know, we've got the plan so that you can prepare for when something happens, because statistics tell you it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
It's going to happen. So, and again, that doesn't, when you talk about being prepared and making a plan, that could be something as simple as, hey guys, sit down and talk with your kids.
Yeah.
Let them know in the event there's ever a disaster, in the event there's ever a house fire or a
think about a tornado, where we're going to go. Safety.
My daughter comes and talks to me about once a week about that. Dad, if there's an emergency, what room are we meeting? And she just wants to. She wants to know.
That's awesome.
She wants to know for sure.
She's a planner.
She might be the exact opposite of Mayday over there.
Well,
fly by seat of his
pants. Good. It keeps me on track. I'm like,
that room.
Yeah, we're gonna go to that room right there.
Yeah. Well,
does it ever change? Does the room ever change?
No. The room usually stays the same, but it's like, you know, whether there's a tornado or whether there's a flood or whatever, you know.
Yep.
Those do matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's all.
You're talking about fire too. I mean, think of a building. You got to know where you're going to escape out. Where the best course of action to go.
Fire, you meet at the mailbox. Tornado, you meet down there with the brick room.
That's
right?
it.
Yeah.
So.
Always have a plan in place. And hey, listen, kind of what you were saying with the response plans. That's one of the reasons why we do ERPs for our commercial clients, is so that you have a plan in place when something happens. That way you can just go to that response plan that we've given you that's free of charge. You can pull it up. You can show it to your staff. Hey, here's where all the exits are. Here's where all the cutoffs are. This is where everything you need is. Just one more step towards being prepared in the event of an emergency.
Makes the process that much better, because obviously you have that plan in place, and then when SERVPRO shows up, we know where to park. We know where our people should come in and out of your building. Obviously, there may be situations where you can still be open for business, so obviously we don't want to be a hindrance to that as well. So that's the purpose of that plan. Yep.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, I have been sitting here trying to do my SERVPRO duty and talk about all this national preparedness stuff, I'm done with that for right now. It's football season.
It's football time.
And all I want to do is talk about football. So we've got games we're going to pick this week.
We've got
tickets we're giving away at the end of this thing.
Yeah.
We've got special guests on the show. So let's bring him in.
Let's bring him in, man.
Hey, guys, we're bringing to you Eltoro Freeman, former Auburn linebacker. Most of you guys, when you talk to Eltoro, are going to give him a nice War Eagle. Personally, I'm going to give him a Wildcat Pride because a former Benjamin Russell alumni.
There you go. Hey.
Eltoro,
what's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
There he is, Eltoro Freeman with his reputation on the line shirt. Eltoro has talked to us a little bit about you real quick. So, Benjamin Russell alumni. Then you move on to I want to say it was Mississippi Gulf Coast, wasn't it?
That's correct.
All right, and then on to Auburn. And now probably doing bigger things
now. Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because he's giving back to the community, trying to do things to help people as he goes. He's built this brand reputation on the line that's doing fantastic.
Absolutely.
Putting a whole lot of stuff in. Eltoro, just tell us a little bit about the journey. Tell us about, going from high school to college and some of that. Tell us what it was like being in Auburn when you were there, and walk us through some of that timeline.
Oh, well, my time at Auburn was just absolutely amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I learned so much, developing networks with people, and just life experiences with football, and just all those things, man. Just everything was just amazing. It really built me to be the person that I am today, the man that I am today. It was a fun ride. We have our ups and downs, but in the game of football at Auburn University, just taught me a lot about life. You know what I mean? And Coach Gene Chizik, shout out to him. He was like a father figure to all of us. And so those talks and those meetings and just those conversations, man, that he always had with us and and had with me one-on-one has really built me into the person I am today. So and I take a lot of those lessons and I implement them in my life today. And I'm proud to say that I think I'm doing pretty good with myself right now.
That's awesome. Tell us a little bit about Reputation Online and what you guys do.
All right, Reputation Online, it's a motivational reminder that drives you to be the best at what you do. And so I came, this thing was created in 2015, and it was just a personal motivational phrase for me, for myself. In 2011, after Auburn University, I had the opportunity to go to camp with the Baltimore Ravens. And I got injured in camp and got released. And during that time, I was trying to figure out, okay, man, I got to get back. I got to get back to the game. I got to get back in the game. But at the same time, I fell back on my degree while I was teaching school. And so I was training and I was teaching school and just doing those things back and forth and really trying to wait for an opportunity to present itself. And I got a phone call from the Saskatchewan Roughriders from head coach Corey Chamberlain. And he pretty much told me that, hey, El Toro, man, I know you've been out the game for 3 years now. He said, man, I'm sitting here looking at your film. I think you still got some game left in you, man. You just have a great reputation at the linebacker position. So that word, great reputation, is stuck with me. And I shared that with my brother. And he was like, okay, El Toro, in order to make this team, man, you got to keep that reputation. And so we pretty much came with it like, you know what, reputation on the line. And so it's pretty much for me, like it was my motivational reminder to keep me driven, to keep me going, keep me working out, keep myself preparing, for this opportunity. And so I went live with a video one day doing a workout, one of my workouts, and I had an individual reach out to him and was like, hey, El Toro, where can I get that shirt? And so then I was like, oh, wow, this not only for myself, this could be for the people as well.
Right.
And so I made that available for the people. It was just T-shirts, you know what I mean? And as the years went on, I was like, you know what, man? Reputation online is pretty much in all things you do, your reputation online. So I was like, you know what, why not make this thing a company and then create divisions within it, and see where it goes. And so as of right now, I currently have 2 active divisions, Rotl Apparel, where we're motivate everyone in style. We got all kinds of T-shirts and your colors, and I mean, whatever you like, man, we have it. A website will be up and running in 2 weeks. But as of right now, you can view via Facebook, Rotl Apparel, or Eltoro Freeman, and you can check some things out there. And then the second division we have that's currently active and running is the Rotl Awards division. Now that division right there, man, that has been life-changing not only for myself, but also the kids that I'm spotlighting as well.
Right.
You know, and it's a character award first, you know, and I wanted to give the kids opportunity that may not be the most athletic, but they putting forth that effort each and every day, not only in their sport, but also in the classroom to be the best they can be in life. I wanted to spotlight those kids, you know what I mean? And also give the kids the opportunity who may be athletic, but also keep in mind that, you know, athletics has an ending point, but your character lasts forever. So you need to have both. And so I want that to be a constant reminder for them that I may be the most athletic, or I may have some athletic ability, but I also need to keep my character intact. You know what I mean? And so yeah, man, that's been going good, and that's where I'm at right now with it, man.
I tell you, man,
I'm inspired.
I am too. That was really awesome.
That's fantastic.
We're looking forward to helping you. By the way, be on the lookout because El Toro is going to be coming up to our studio. We're going to be helping him record his basically his marketing speech to go out and secure more donations. And also, if you're interested in doing that as a company, like he said, reach out to him on Facebook and whatever we can do to help the community, we're all in.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Man. All right, so let's get into some stuff. Tell me a little bit about, you talked about Gene Chizik. Listen, I'm going to tell you, I could always watch Gene Chizik, and you just knew, without ever meeting the guy, he was just one of the most stand-up individuals you'd ever meet. Seemed like he was an amazing guy, clearly had an impact on El Toro. Talk to me about, what it was like playing for a guy like that, El Toro, and then I want to hear about what your most memorable ball game at Auburn was.
All right, playing under Gene Chizik, man. I mean, he like kind of breaks you down. He breaks you down and builds you back up. You know what I mean? And if you can just stick with the process of him breaking you down and trusting his process, when he get done with you, you will no longer be the boy that came to Auburn. You'll be a man. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so that's what he turned me into. He turned me into a man. You know what I mean? And I appreciate him and I love him for life for that, you know. And Gene Chizik, man, he's a simple guy. He's a black and white guy, no gray area. You know what I mean? It's either right or wrong. That's what I mean by black or white. It's either right or it's wrong. You know, it's no gray area, and he holds you accountable. You know what I mean? And so those are the things that, you know, you'll be taught a lot, like, you know, you don't do this, you don't do that, but who's holding you accountable to change your actions? You know what I mean? And so Gene Chizik was that guy, man, that held you accountable, man, that made you responsible, and just not only on the field, but just off the field. You know what I mean? Just a lot of life lessons, man. And his biggest thing were, you know, you are what you repeatedly do. You know what I mean? And so I always keep that in mind, man. You are what you repeatedly do. You know what I mean? And so just those things like that, man. He definitely definitely made way in my life for me to be the person I am today. Now, the most memorable game that I have is the 2010 Iron Bowl. That game right there.
Ooh, we remember that one,
man. It was bigger than just a game because that, like I say, I talked to you guys earlier about it. You know, what went on in that game, man, I take it in life. You know what I mean? So anytime like I'm facing some type of adversity or some tough task, I reflect on certain moments in that game and certain speeches, certain talks. You know what I mean? I implement it in those situations, man, and to give me strength to overcome. So the 2010 Iron Bowl has got to be at the top of the list without a question.
That's awesome.
Buddy, I went through such a range of emotions watching that game. From in the beginning where it looked like, oh, this is not good.
I was leaving. I was leaving the game.
Oh, to that ball bouncing down the sideline when my man stripped it from behind. That game, golly, and then Lutz and Kirk, God, y'all get me fired up again.
It was. That game from start to finish, it had every level of emotion. I know exactly what you're talking about. Man, it was just special. It was special, and I mean, I guess
I was actually watching the game with a bunch of I was the only Auburn folk watching the game with, probably 7 or 8 Alabama fans.
Woo.
And was it 21-3 or 24-3 at halftime? I can't remember. Or excuse me, right before half.
24-7.
That's right, 24-7. We scored that touchdown, and then I said if we can score a touchdown, because we got the ball back at halftime, we're back in the game. And the defense, El Toro, you guys stepped up to the plate.
That was such a good defense.
Offense stepped up.
You know, it sounded like you was in our locker room because that was the same thing that Gene Cheatham pitched us. You know, he was like, listen, guys, if we go out there. No, he said, when we go out there, we're going to score. We're going to be down 10 points, all right? And now it's a ball game. You know what I mean? And so that was and your whole entire mindset changed. Like, you know what? Okay, wow. Okay, well, man, we really do got a chance.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're in this.
So, yeah, what you just said, man, that was spoken the exact same way in the locker room.
Well, Benji Wilson has a lot of pull. He was probably in there. Y'all just didn't know it. So
I got the privilege of actually going to Phoenix to watch you guys win the national championship, and your defense, y'all were phenomenal that game.
That was the Nick Fairley group.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no question.
Buddy, let me tell you, that's a group of men right there playing defense on that group. That's a group I don't want to get in front of.
Buddy, I can tell you a story. I can tell you a story about that national championship game that make you cry about what my dad did for me to get me into that ball game. It was
legal.
Yeah, I mean we
perfectly legal.
Well, no, listen. We went out there. We didn't have tickets to the game. We each took $1,000 out there, and $1,000 wasn't going to get us in there to see it. And my dad said, I don't know why I didn't think of this, and he just handed me his $1,000, and I ran to that stadium with tears in my eyes, man. He sent me in there for him, and
that was
I got
the last
to see
time
it.
Tim saw his dad. It was sad.
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding.
It was good.
Just kidding. All right, so I think we lost El Toro's video there.
While he's coming back, I'll never forget, we were actually walking to the stadium that game. We had people offer us $2,500 a ticket.
Yeah.
To go, and there was 4 of us.
I probably saw you.
There was 4 of us standing there, and we were like, "Are you kidding me?" And we said, "There's no way. We're going in this game. Yeah. We came all the way out here. We're going in this game."
Well, I did not get to go.
Look at there. Look at there. Hey.
Oh yeah, we got another guest on the show.
Speaking of reputation on the line,
man, that's awesome. What's her name?
Eliana Star Freeman.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Hey,
pretty girl. All right, so here's what I want to know, El Toro. Do you still got any game picking in you? Think you could pick some ball games with us?
Without a question.
All right, well,
let's go.
We're going to do all of these games. They are going to be just straight up. There's no point spreads
except one.
Well, because clearly Auburn is a huge favorite over Akron, so we had to throw a spread in there to make that one.
Absolutely, yeah.
We're going to keep a running total throughout this season of myself and Mayday and B-Dub here. And then we're also going to have each week when we have a guest picker, whoever has the highest total out of our guest pickers will be up on the board as, hey, this is the highest guest picker we've had.
All right.
And then we're also going to have all of the people watching the video are picking these games as well.
Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
Your games here, and we're going to put you guys up there as well. Hey, this was the top. You know, so-and-so was watching the show, and they picked 7 out of 8.
I guarantee you Jay Crew is watching.
Jay Crew, he called me before the show, so
he's
I
watching.
definitely
Jay
know
Crew,
he's
shout
watching.
out to you, buddy.
So, all right, here's what we go. Let's do the first game, North Carolina at Virginia Tech.
That's tonight.
That is tonight's ball game.
North Carolina at Virginia Tech. I'm going to tell you right now. Is it my turn? I'm picking now?
You go first.
It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a really close game. Virginia Tech really going to make it close. But at the end, I think North Carolina will win the game.
All right.
So I'm going with North Carolina.
I'm going with El Toro here. I think this is the toughest place to play. One of the toughest places. I mean, they got the inner Sandman. North Carolina's number 10 in the nation. It's right there for them to blow this game. I mean, this would be what they do, but I'm going to go with North Carolina in a close one.
I would have to agree with you. I think it's a close one. Tar Heels for the dance. Are you going with the Hokies?
Come on.
Let me tell you something.
It's on air
roll
now.
It out there.
It's on air.
Let's take the first step out here. Here's the deal. Vatech, when you come into that stadium at night and it's you are the only show in town like it's going to be tonight, that stadium is just different.
Oh, it is.
When that music kicks up and them fans go crazy, I love North Carolina. I love what they're doing over there. I'm going Virginia Tech. There it is.
Here we go.
Here we go. That's our first. That's our first step out.
All right.
Next game.
Next game. Alabama versus Miami. El Toro, what you think about this one?
Alabama. I think Miami will come out and make it a game early. You know, just off from being the first game and the excitement of playing Alabama. But Alabama is a championship program, man, and they used to games like this right here, and they got a great man leading the way with Nick Saban, man. He's pretty much the boogeyman of college football right now. So
that's a great way to put it.
That's very good.
Who you got, Mayday?
So here's what I think. I think Miami will be beating Alabama at halftime.
Oh,
in a close one, and then Alabama walks away and wins by 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
They will literally wear them down like Alabama does and walk away from them. Final score somewhere about 42-21.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Alabama by 2 touchdowns, and the quarterback for Miami has been running his mouth, and don't think those boys in Tuscaloosa are not listening to that.
Yeah, that's all bulletin board material.
I'm going with the Tide, 2 touchdowns.
I mean, I can't go any other way but Alabama. Look, Miami's going to run. Great quarterback over there at Miami, but he doesn't run up against guys like he's going to see on defense tonight.
You know, one thing I'm interested to see is what Bryce does at Bama.
I am interested to see that.
I'm interested to see that.
But,
right out of the chute.
But they'll be careful, and they'll run the ball, and they'll play action, and they'll loosen him up.
Brian Robinson, 5th year at Alabama, running back, getting his time to shine. He's had many great running backs before him, and he's from Tuscaloosa himself, so be interesting to see what he does too.
All right, so that's an Alabama unanimous across the board.
Across the board.
All right, here we go, El Toro. This is the one where you get a point spread. Auburn versus Akron. Auburn is currently a 36.5-point favorite, which is a lot of points. But does Auburn cover 36.5?
No, I don't think Auburn will cover 36.5 points. You know, I think that you know, the defense, I think they will play great, but I think that I don't think they can just shut them. I don't think they can just shut a team out right now. So I don't think that. No, I don't think they'll cover the sports.
All right, my man's going Akron.
You got Mayday.
I'm going to go against El Toro here. I like Akron. I like the team, the Zips, and I think they're going to start off coming out and scoring with Auburn. But I think it's the same thing. I think just as the strength of Auburn, the heat gets to Akron, and they walk away. I think Auburn wins 45-10, which
does not
cover. No, they won't cover. I agree.
They're not.
Quick math
Yep,
says no. I was wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong.
I'm going with the Tigers, obviously, War Eagle, but I do not think they will cover the spread. I do think that our defense with McClain and Owen back there are gonna and Smoke, they're gonna do some cool things. But at the end of the day, I don't think they're gonna cover.
And also, guys, I'm gonna say this. Keep in mind now, real quick, that I think our biggest strength on offense is running the ball. So that clock keeps ticking.
You're right.
Yeah.
No Tank.
And I don't disagree with you on that, but I think when Tank Bixby's ripping off 60-yarders, it don't run that fast. So I think Auburn does cover because I'm with my man. I think that called it out earlier in this preseason. Auburn has some of the best linebackers in the entire country.
I agree.
And I don't think Akron is going to be able to do anything. So Auburn covers. I'm going. Listen, it's either going to be a big week for me, or I'm.
Do we see TJ at any time during the game?
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah,
okay.
I think they'll have packages for both.
yeah.
All right, this is a big game. Georgia versus Clemson, maybe the biggest game of the whole weekend. I mean, that's a 2 top 5s.
I'll go first on this one.
Hold on. You gonna step out and go first now?
Or do you want to go first?
Whoa! You can't break in line.
Yeah, get him.
You go, El Toro. What you got? Who you got?
A man with arms like that.
Go ahead. Well, who you got?
Man, Kirby, he has to get it done, man. I'm going with Georgia.
Okay.
Who you got, Mayday?
Stepped out.
And a close one.
I can't stand to even say this. I mean, I can't stand Georgia. I really can't stand Georgia. I don't like them at all, but they're going to win the game. Georgia wins. They just got too much. Their quarterback's better, and once they figure out what Clemson's doing, they're going to take control of that game, and they're going to win in a close one. But it's Georgia's going to win this game.
I disagree.
Oh,
I think Dabo pulls one out of the hat again, and he's obviously a great man, great coach, and I think he takes the Dogs down. I'm going Clemson.
I'm with you. I'm going Clemson.
Ooh, that's good.
So we got 2-2 on that one.
Yep.
All right, LSU versus UCLA. We got a couple more of these we're going to run through, and we'll be good to go.
LSU.
My man goes LSU.
Who you got?
I've got the UCLA Bruins.
I have to agree with Mayday here. UCLA whipped the team they played last week. I think that Chip Kelly, obviously we beat him, El Toro, in the national championship game, but I think that Chip Kelly does it again on offense. Yeah. LSU's got to prove something to us right out of the chute.
UCLA's got a lot of people coming back.
Yeah, oh yeah.
A lot of people.
This is one I have struggled with more than any of them, but I'm with UCLA. Wow. Same boat. The offensive scheme that they're doing and some of the way they're using their running game, UCLA looks strong. BYU versus Arizona. That's a tough one.
BYU versus Arizona. Arizona is still kind of in the rebuilding stage. I got to go with BYU.
I like it.
I'll take the Mormons.
BYU.
I'm a coin flip here on this one, but I have to agree. I think Arizona's still rebuilding. I'm going BYU.
I'm starting to notice that my man B-Dub over here is just going to go with Mayday on 90% of this.
That's what he does.
I just got to beat him by. I just got to beat him by one. I got to beat him by one.
I'm going Cougars. I think BYU wins it too. Notre Dame and Florida State.
Gonna be a good game.
This is another good game.
Is this Monday night or Sunday night?
Monday.
This will be a good one.
Yep.
This will be a good game, but I'm going to go with Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
I think they still have that bad taste in their mouth from last year. I think they will respond.
Where's this game at?
In this one, is this the one that's at Mercedes-Benz?
I was going to say, I think it was in New Orleans.
Man, I don't like this game, but I'll go with the Leprechauns here.
I'm going Notre Dame, no question about it.
I will.
Are you pulling it out?
No, because I can't. And I can't pull for Florida State for anything.
God,
that is a team that has let me down more times in my life. So Notre Dame all the way. We'll forget that. Florida State.
I'd say this. I wish they would have let you down in 13. My goodness.
No kidding. El Toro, they did.
They did.
100% they did, because I was pulling for you and they cost me. So, again, they did. So, Florida State always finds a way to get me.
Last game,
Louisville versus Ole Miss.
Who you got?
Oh, wow, man. I tell you what, this will be a high-scoring game, and my man at Ole Miss will get the job done. Lane Kiffin.
I couldn't agree with El Toro more. I think this game will be in the 80-point range. I
don't disagree with it.
It is going to be 47-41, and I think Ole Miss pulls it out.
Not a lick of defense.
None.
I think Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss scores 50 points. Lane Kiffin with Matt Corral back there. He's an early preseason Heisman. Yep. We'll see what happens, but I just think the Rebels just dominate on offense. I don't know about the defense, but I think the offense is there. There's a chance that Ole Miss offense could be on the field for less than 12 minutes the whole game. There is a chance.
Ole Miss. I'm with you guys on this. There is no way Lane Kiffin's walking out here and losing this game.
No.
And there is even less of a chance that any defense shows up. No. So if you like points, this is the one to go watch.
Oh, yes.
El Toro, thank you, brother. Thanks for joining us. Again, get with me later on. We're going to get you set up, get you in there and get that video. Beautiful little girl. We like what you're doing in the community. We love what you did when you were at your time at Auburn. Thanks again for all of that, and bye, pretty girl.
Bye. Thank you, El Toro.
Hey, y'all, thank y'all for having me, man.
Yes,
Reputation on the line and Wildcat Pride.
Wildcat Pride, Reputation on the line. See you, buddy.
All
right, man.
Guys,
hey,
that was fun.
That dude. And look,
solid, man.
My man looks like he could still play.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's no doubt he could suit up tomorrow and go hit somebody.
We need to.
Hey, let's do one more thing. Kind of the show has kind of went on today. Let's get our drawings out of the way.
Got it. Right here, man.
So here's what we're going to do now, guys. We're going to draw four referrals, and we're going to be giving away 4 sets of tickets.
I got one right here.
The first set of tickets is for tomorrow's Auburn-Akron game. This is 2 tickets to the Auburn-Akron game. And it is with a.
Wait, before you mention the name, by the way, these seats are in section 41. They look directly at the Jumbotron from the end zone. It's the same end zone Chris Davis scored at the kick six, right there in the corner. So
I can still
can't beat it.
Larry McKinney.
Larry,
congratulations, Larry. Your agent will, or your rep will be reaching out to you to get with you about this and get you your 2 tickets for tomorrow's game.
This is for same game?
This is also
same
2
game.
tickets
2
for tomorrow's game. So we've got Bill Fant.
Bill Fant.
Bill, hey guys, and let's remember what this is too. So when we say referral drawings, this is people who have sent us jobs over the past month, referred jobs to us, and this is just our way of saying thank you.
Yeah.
To be able to do something like this.
Now we're drawing next week.
This is for next week's game. So next week, this is a set of tickets to next week's Auburn game. And it goes to Vivian Mora.
Vivian Mora.
Hey, Vivian.
Congratulations.
Your rep will be reaching out to you to get you set up. And then this is for next week's Alabama game.
Alabama. These 2 seats are under. They're in the corner of one of the end zones. But even if it rains, you will stay dry because you are actually under a concrete walk-up.
Josh Allen. Josh Allen with J.H. Berry.
All right.
Josh, thank you for everything you do, man. We appreciate you having faith in us. We'll be reaching out to you to get you your tickets. Great show.
Great show, man. Way to kick college football season off.
So happy we're kicking college football back off. And I'm even happier next week to see that total when my picks beat out all you guys because I took some chances.
And what's the number that they can call?
That's what I was about to say. Why
don't
you go with me?
I laid it out there for you.
Hey, 205-664-6770 if you need us day or night. Water, fire, mold, any kind of cleanup, restoration needs, and reconstruction. We're here to help you any way we possibly can.
Don't forget, guys, go make a plan. It's National Preparedness Month. Get your plan together. Start setting that stuff. Next week, I believe, is Build a Kit we're going to work on next week. So that'll be next week's show. But until then, if you need us, guys, as always,
call us, Birmingham.